Our home is always open to friends.
All right, guys, we just come out of the trailer of for the Serpent, one that you picked, Koen, one of the subjects. Well, Sven, we already heard your first reaction. You loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I love the images. It plays it has beautiful landscape shots, like this kind of road movie elements. It has this crime elements. It has a beautiful costume and set design with the 70s style, if I'm correct.
70s.
The music, House of the Rising Sun in French. I mean, I love to see such a kind of movie. It's been a while that I've
series.
Series. I'm sorry.
Limited series.
To go in a different world again. Yeah, I love it. Somebody said Narcos. I think it was Koen. And I think it's a good comparison.
A bit, it's a bit that style of it.
Yeah, because they also brought you back to the 80s and the 90s.
Exactly.
I only saw one episode of Narcos, so I can't really.
Really?
And then
you see it.
It didn't grip you.
No, but that's the conversation we have more often. Of course, I'm mostly not really into the real stories.
Wait, Star Wars is not a real story? Star Wars isn't real? What?
What? It's a documentary, right?
Yeah, exactly. But Darth Vader was real. What is this?
Oh, the guys are going again about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars, what's that?
Okay, Rokus, what are we
going to discuss? No, but I have to say this is interesting. This is interesting.
What did you think, Rokus?
Yes, I agree with Sven. I like this kind of series, like Narcos. Bas didn't see it, but I recommend it to watch it because it's amazing. The images, the characters, the music, the scenery, everything is together is so good and make it very thrilling and exciting to watch. Yeah.
Okay.
This one, the Serpent, is a bit of the same, but also totally different, I think.
But may I raise a moral question here?
Okay.
Aren't we glorifying these type of? I'm not saying I think that's the way, but it's a bit of a devil's advocate. Aren't we glorifying these kind of villains too much with these kind of series?
I'm not sure if it's too much. Like, I don't know if it was for you, Sven and Rokus, when you watched Narcos. I really thought I wanted to go to Medellin. I don't know how you pronounce it, the Colombian city from Escobar, but I really felt like I want to go there. But
yeah. Well, but of course that's more advertising for the city, right? Because the city looks really beautiful, located. It's a city of forever spring, they call it. It's forever 18 degrees there, perfect temperature.
That's nice.
I also heard something about. No, let's skip that part.
Now I'm curious.
The brothers in the house.
to go back to Bas' question, if it's glorifying villains, criminals,
because this is a real story.
I think it all has to do with the moral of the story, right? If in the end you saw that Escobar didn't end up happy, good. I mean, he had everything he wished, but he was unhappy. He was being hunted forever. He was always restless,
Okay, let's put it like this, because I have been reading into this guy a bit. This Charles Sobhraj. He's in prison now, from what I understood. But after he did his prison time in Nepal, I believe it was, he went back to France, and then he enjoyed his infamy, so to say, charging large sums of money for interviews and for film rights. He says that he has earned $15 million by having his story into productions. It has been made into 4 biographies, 3 documentaries, a Bollywood movie, and now this 8-part series. He became very rich by it. Is that how we should reward a person like this?
It depends. What Sven was really good saying is, for instance, especially when they went to Mexico with the Narcos, it was I think season 3 or 4. It's the other Mexican drug lord. I forgot his name, but so both Escobar and the Mexican guy, you see that they glorify a bit the lifestyle. It's beautiful, the landscape, scenery, and the lifestyle, but very fast it goes. You will see like how sad these people actually are, and that's I'm always thinking when I see these kind of people, these shows, I'm like, you have so much money. They have to hide it in the ground because they cannot get rid of it. Like they cannot laundry it fast enough. So I'm like, take some of it and go with your wife and your children. Go somewhere else and leave all this, have a good life. But so in that sense, they don't glorify it. But when you talk about this guy, it reminds me of the guy from Wolf of Wall Street, the real man. Also, he got a lot of money after the movie, of course, in the book. So
I got a funny story about that. Also, someone that's a movie based on. That's the guy. Have one of you saw the movie The Terminal with Tom Hanks?
Yeah, part of it. It was really bad.
Yeah, the movie was not so good, but it's about this guy who got stuck on an airport in Charles de Gaulle, actually, in Paris, in no man's land, so to say, and he stayed there for years because he couldn't get out of the country and not into the country, so he was living in no man's land. And for journalism, in my first year, I went together with a friend of mine, I went... just without having an appointment, I went to Charles de Gaulle because I wanted to see if I could find this guy and have an interview with him. And there I found him sitting on his bench with a lot of suitcases. I found him. Wow. Yeah. He had a lot of suitcases around him, but he was, to be honest, quite an asshole also. He was quite being arrogant about it, and there's movies being made of me, and I'm gonna live in a villa because we'll get this money, and it's quite,
they never meet your heroes,
Exactly. So that's what I mean. Like, should you give?
Yeah, on the other hand, movies are artworks, and artworks should be unbounded in the beginning. Sure. I think that's one of the primary rules of artwork. So, if who's gonna judge what's allowed to make artworks about or not? I mean, that's then, a really tough discussion and a line you can't draw, in my opinion. So this is I mean, we talk about something that's also happened a long time ago, and most people, they know how to judge criminal activities and entertainment, and they can, I think they can make in the end their own opinion about it. If it's an example or not, I think that most people won't see it as an example to lead.
No, but that's also not what I'm afraid of. The only thing that I find questioning is, like, I'm not sure if that's the case. If Netflix or BBC in this case paid money to this guy to have interviews and make this series based on him, or that they based this series on one of the biographies that is written. I think that's something that could be debated, if that's okay to pay someone like this a lot of money to get his story. That's, I feel like, I'm not sure if that's morally okay. I agree with you that you should be able to make movies about everything, but
well, but that's in the end how the capitalistic world works. In the end, if you make a documentary,
you may question it.
Oh, that's true. That's fair, and I would also question it. I would do the same, but unfortunately, it is a bit how it's working, and if I would be the director or the production company, I think I would not pay a lot of money for this guy. If that was like an voorwaarde. Guys, help me. If the only way to do this was to pay him, to buy him out, I don't know if I would do it.
No, exactly. Yeah. Okay, some other thing that I found funny in this trailer was the Dutch connection. Yeah. He's a British actor actually, but he does the Dutch. We all are Dutch, of course.
He knows the Dutch accent, in British. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's to be a Dutchman if you hear them. His accent, his English.
Yeah. I really thought he was a Dutch guy.
Yeah, me too.
And that's also based on a true event, or we don't know?
Yeah. It's apparently like, so this guy, Charles Sobhraj, he killed a lot of women, of course. He had especially something against hippies, some deep hatred against that.
Hippies must die.
Okay, Koen is the next we will make a movie out of, apparently. If you want to earn a lot of money, Koen. Koen is going to earn 15 million by killing a lot of women and
If you
hippies.
put it like that, it sounds really messed up, yeah. I'm going to kill some people, I'm going to go to jail, and then I'm going to go home and make a lot of money. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. But okay, let's get back to the Dutch part. Apparently, he killed a lot of people, and he also killed the Dutch students Henk and Cornelia. He invited them to Thailand after meeting Sobhraj in Hong Kong. He poisoned them and then nurtured them back to health in order to gain their obedience. Then he killed them later, and the bodies were found strangled and burned.
And
then
this country.
Yeah, exactly. Then this guy, Herman Knippenberg, a Dutch diplomat, that's the guy actually that we see in the trailer, and his then wife were investigating the murders of them. And, Knippenberg already met him, supposedly even, but he didn't know the true identity of Sobhraj yet. But he started doing investigation, and he also got access to his apartment, and he found evidence of Sobhraj being a killer. So that started
a bit like that horrible death of that girl in Malaysia. Remember?
Yeah, a bit.
Fell off the balcony, and then also there were a lot of drugs involved in the weird couple, American, and
yeah. So that's a Dutch connection we have here, and which seems to be quite an important part of the series.
Yeah. Quite a part you can also, you don't have to be ashamed for it. Exactly.
It would be fun to read in a bit more to his story. I'm not sure if there's interviews with this Herman Knippenberg guy that we can find in Dutch and maybe get translated on our channel at some point. But it's something to maybe look into.
Yeah, if people are our viewers are interested in that we dig into this topic in this character, let us know. We can do it.
Let us know in the comments. Yeah, exactly. All right, so I think it's fair to say that we are all quite intrigued by the trailer that we just saw.
I'm just reading in the meantime. He was talking to the real Knippenberg, Billy Howell, the actor.
Yeah.
So he prepared and he spoke with him for the role. So that's pretty interesting also.
Oh, radio. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. So he's still alive at least. Yeah.
At least, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, but April 2nd, Koen, this was the one you picked. April 2nd, it's premiere, right?
Yeah, and Charles Sobhraj is still in Tibet, in Nepal, in a prison.
Yeah, that's what I also read, that he apparently got a bit too self-confident because he was living a luxurious life in Paris, nothing going on. But then he thought, like, I go back to Nepal where I'm sought after, but I will just live on and they won't catch me. And then he shouldn't have done that.
It went to his head,
yeah. Exactly.
It's karma, I think.
Yeah. All right, guys. This was The Serpent. We're going to keep an eye on it, and we will review it later on our channel. So don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. If you want to stay updated on this and much more, give us a like if you like what we did here. And let us know in the comments what you thought. And if you have any extra information about this case, we are looking forward to hear from you. From Sweden, I say now, hej då.
Bye.